worker was able to capture the net. But he's fired over that game. You don't welcome it? I just don't get it. And on TV, Staying Alive, Grammy salute to the music of the Bee Gees. That's right. A 2-hour special celebrates the Bee Gees and the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Fever this year. Performers include Celine Dion, Ed Sheeran, Stevie Wonder, John Legend, Keith Urban, Demi Lovato, Tori Kelly, Little Big Town, Andrea Day, Panic at the Disco, Kelsey Ballerini, and Thomas Rhett, and Pentronics, and more. Maurice Gibb died 2003. Robin Gibb died in 2012. There you go. And then, of course, in theaters today, The Fate of the Furious is expected to take over $100 million this weekend. Wow. $100 million. $100 million. Big shimoles. That's a lot of money. Think about it, even for a movie. I wonder what their budget is, though. It's amazing. I remember when movies like $20 million, right? I remember, take you back a little bit. Let's take you down memory lane. Remember where $1 million was a lot of money? You know, when people talked in like $1 million terms, you're like, oh, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to have $1 million, but in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Remember, $100 million was like, oh, it seems to be $100 million is now the million, or was the million, right? That seems to be the number now. Can you imagine having that wealth? Being a billionaire, never ever having to worry about anything ever again, except your health. That's the other thing, too. I don't understand why these multi-millionaires or billionaires die of heart attacks. You would think they could afford chefs, or they could afford to have a heart test done every year if they don't want to do the chef, right? I just don't get it. But don't understand it. If I was a multi-millionaire, I'd have a chef, a personal chef, and I would have a personal trainer, and I would have a comprehensive physical every 6 months. Why not? Why not? I mean, you got the money. It's not like, it's all tax deductible if you do it right. Talk about taxes. Make sure you pay your taxes you've already paid your taxes. Make sure you file your taxes on Monday. Monday is the deadline, the 18th. Is the day that it is due. Hopefully you get money back. You don't have to put any money into the sieve, into the funnel. So that is the important day. I'm sitting here going, I'm like, what should I throw on you guys next? Want to hear about peeing in a pool? Yeah, sure, why not? So here's one for you. Miss Sandy and I had a pool put in. I'll tell you, I had an education. I was talking to my pool guy. I said, when they were talking about, salt water versus chlorine pool and all of that and stuff. I told my pool guy, I said, look, I don't want that pool smell in my pool. That smell when you go to pools. I said, I can't stand that smell. That, when I was younger, it was the smell of summer, right? But as an adult, I just can't stand. So I want whatever system is not going to produce that smell. So if salt water doesn't produce that smell or whatever, I just don't want that smell, that chlorine smell, that pool smell. And he said, well, then use the bathroom. I'm like, what? He said, and not in the pool. What? Didn't know this. Here's a little bit of information. That pool smell, when you go to a pool, that chlorine smell, that smell that you guys know what I'm talking about. Ever been around a pool? That is actually a reaction. Did not know this. That is a reaction of the urine in the pool with the chlorine. And even saltwater pools, they have chlorine in them. The saltwater pools have chlorine. It makes the chlorine base off the salt in the water. Whereas in the chlorine, you're just adding the chlorine to it. But the pool smell that you smell, that we're all accustomed to, that we associate with pools, actually comes from the reaction of the urine, the urea in the pool, coming in the chlorine. So if you don't want that pool smell, don't be in the pool. I was told that. And if you go to a pool and it smells like a pool, yeah. And here's a study, pee in the pool. There's a new study. And I guess Ryan Lochte was right. Yeah, just like Ryan Lochte said, and you have always suspected people pee in the pool. But now scientists have been able to confirm it after developing a test, I'm sure paid for by you and I, the tax, with our tax dollars, designed to estimate how much urine is in a large volume of water. Now, this is really scary, the way that they do it. The test works by measuring the concentration of artificial sweeteners, alsophem potassium, that is commonly found in processed foods. So what they're doing is they're actually measuring the amount of chemicals in processed foods that passes through the body unaltered. They sampled 31 different pools and tubs in 2 Canadian cities and found ACE to be present in 100% of the samples. So no one's pool. The 31 pools are hot tubs they did. No one, they weren't pee-less. There wasn't one that didn't have some kind of urine in it. With concentrations up to 570 times the background levels of tap water samples. Wait a minute. 570 times tap water. So it's in tap water too? To get specific, after tracking the levels of sweetener in 2 public pools in Canada over a 3-week period, they calculated that swimmers had released 75 liters or 20 gallons of urine into the pool. 1/3 the size of an Olympic pool, and 30 liters, 8 gallons in a second pool. Around half the size of the first. It gets worse. Hot tubs were found to have far higher urine levels. One hotel jacuzzi had more than 3 times the concentration of sweetener than in the worst swimming pool. Okay. Makes you want to go, ooh. Ooh. I'm waiting for the blue dye. I wish they would have the blue dye that you could put in a pool and it would turn blue. They don't have that. I know that was on TV and on a TV show, but that does not exist anywhere. So, I wish they would make up with it. Have that. Well, my friends, it is about that time. We have reached the end of the show. I just want to say, make sure you guys do something great for someone else today. Spend some time with your family, your friends. Get out there and, just be a kind person today. Remember what it's all about this weekend. Today is Good Friday. It is the 14th. And, of course, Sunday is Easter. Remember, I don't want to get too religious on you. But remember what the season's for. Remember why we celebrate it and everything. But more importantly, if you can be anything, as my good friend Ed Roman would say, Ed Roman would say, and he's written, and that's how we close the show. We always close the show with this song. A lot of people ask me why. And it's because this is so true. The song is entitled I Am Love. So when you're out there getting your cup of coffee or sitting by the water cooler or doing whatever you do, make sure you go out of your way and do something nice for someone else. Share a kind word, a gesture. Don't get in trouble with HR, but share a nice gesture with them. Do something nice for someone else for once. Remember, it is that season. It is that time of year. It's that time of renewal, beginning in spring. And, just remember the season. When you get frustrated or angry at the a-hole in front of you or beside you or whatever that works in the cubicle next to you, just remember it. This is the time of renewal. It's the time of rebirth. It's a new beginning. Start over. Is your name sealed in the book of life, as they would say, my Jewish friends would say. And get your name put in that book. And then start over. Start new. Start fresh. If there's something that you need to work on, a character flaw, a deficit, something, this is the time to do it. Start over. Start today. Tell yourself, today will be different than yesterday. I will be better today and tomorrow than I was yesterday. Be well, be safe, take care, and until we talk to each other again next Monday, I'm out of here. You're listening to Morning News Radio. I am your host, Jeff Norton. Make sure you listen to us every day from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Red State Talk Radio. Bye.
Somehow, in some way, look for your own truth in your heart when it's bold. You know, it may seem like a coda, but I learned it from my Baba. It's not what you believe, it's what you do. It's what you do. It's what you do. What you do and